if we purchase this one, 180, I think it will leave us with 480.
Come on. Do math.
What's going on, my beautiful governors? Welcome to a new Rise of Kingdoms video. Our monster KvK finally ends today. And I just want to give you guys a quick recap of the KvK, also a small account update, which marches we used on the field, how many gems we gathered, how many season coins we gathered, and our future plans. Without further ado, let's go.
Spartans! What is your profession?
As you guys can see, KvK is ending in 2 hours, and we have the great Ziggurat. We won the KvK. It was, as I said, it was a monster KvK because we had like 5 or 6 Imperium kingdoms, and they were super strong kingdoms. Actually, we were fighting against 1860, which is Fleisch's kingdom, and I think Fleisch migrated away. I'm not sure, but I think he did. So we were fighting against 1860, and plus I think they were here, yes, 1034, which is a very famous kingdom, especially their main alliance 1v, and players with very high power and lots of kills. So it was a tough KvK, and there were times we were defending 2 passes at the same time against 1860 and 1034. It's crazy, but at the end we managed to win. Shout out to our kingdom and all of our allies. We did a great job, and if we take a look at the chronicles, as you can see, we kind of split the rewards. Kingdom 71 got the first occupation reward of the great Ziggurat, and we are gonna get it, the one where you control it at the end of the KvK. We have the great Ziggurat right now, so everything is good. That was a, as I said, very fun KvK, and the marches we used were Guan Yu and Scipio. That was my number 1 march. My number 2 was Harold and Alex, and number 3 is of course Attila and Takeda. I haven't used more than 3 marches, and in fact at some point I started using 2 marches only because 3 marches were giving me lots of hospital bills, and I went to Harold and Scipio, and this march was actually superb. Like, I really liked it. At first I decided to just bench Harold and Alex and go with Scipio, Guan Yu and Attila Takeda. But I gave a shot to Harold and Scipio, and they performed really good. For some reason, if you have a max Scipio, if you have a max Harold and no Guan Yu, then you can definitely pair your Harold with Scipio. They actually performed really well. The thing with these marches is the most damage was coming from Guan Yu and Scipio, but they were so squishy, so they were giving me lots of hospital bills. So this was not an efficient march. This was all about damage. Attila Takeda march was the most efficient one. And what I mean by efficiency is that they were giving me most amount of kills with the least amount of hospital bills. So this march was the most efficient one, and Harold and Alex was just somewhere in between. They were not as efficient as Attila Takeda, but they were also dealing more damage than Attila Takeda. So they were just right in between Guan Yu and Scipio, Attila Takeda. I really like Harold and Alex, but I think Harold and Scipio performed better. If I use 2 marches in future, I definitely prefer Harold and Scipio. I never used my Charles, my Richard, you know, Mina. I didn't even use my YSG, who is max. I think I need Boudica to make my YSG work. Now this KvK again taught me the importance of efficiency, because the amount of kills that I get with Attila Takeda compared to other marches and hospital bills, it was crazy. So right now, I'm thinking about, until the next KvK, I think I will go for this guy. I have 0 sculptures. King, what?
3 hours later.
Whatever. I decided to go for Pakal and make a Pakal Herald march, because that march is super efficient. It is more efficient than Attila Takeda, especially against swarms, you know, big open field fights where you just cannot control every single march and people just hitting everyone. Pakal and Herald is a crazy march when you compare the amount of kills you get to the hospital bills. And that's why I'm going to go for Pakal. I don't have enough sculptures, obviously, because right before this KvK, I decided to max Scipio. Do I regret it? No, he's an amazing commander. I think I have, yes, I have around 360 sculptures, so I need at least 330 more sculptures. And I also obviously need to summon Pakal to apply those sculptures. But my plan is for next KvK, going for Pakal and Herald, Attila and Takeda at the same time for the maximum amount of efficiency per kill. If we take a look at the Season of Conquest shop, what we're going to do is we are going to get, just because of Pakal and Herald, I think I'm going to purchase a Vengeance because this 8% plus counterattack damage is going to be huge. And until I max Pakal, I can definitely use this on my Attila and Takeda. This is a great option. Still, we don't have an infantry city skin, which is unfortunate. If you guys didn't know, on my previous KvK, I explained why I'm saving these season coins, because I'm waiting for an infantry city skin, hopefully when it comes out, because at the end of the day, they have to release an infantry city skin in here. Hopefully it's not attack, it's either defense or health. Health will be the best. But this is the reason why I'm saving those coins. And by the way, since we are talking about coins, previous KvK, we got 360 season coins. And we had extra 50k from the previous KvK. So in total, we had 410. 840 minus 410, which is 430. So we got more season coins without... Oh wait, is it over? Okay, so that one is over, but there should be a picture on your screen right now. As I said on my previous video where I explained the new crystal tag, this I think still the best purchase in the game if you are in Season of Conquest. Crystal Mine, work speed extra 50% plus daily 60k crystals. Premium Season Crystal Supply is the best purchase, and the second best purchase was this guy, the Crystal Quest. But I haven't purchased it, I haven't touched it, because at the end of the next KvK, I want to compare what if you buy both of them. Like, what is the difference? What's the difference between only buying Premium Season Crystal Supply versus Crystal Supply plus the Crystal Quest? Because the value is really good. It was only, I think it was 15 bucks if I'm not mistaken, but I haven't purchased it. So next KvK, I can actually compare both of them and give you guys an answer if it's worth it or not. Obviously, we're gonna take a look at the season shop value. We're gonna see how many extra season coins we can get by purchasing that bundle, getting extra crystals, and obviously doing extra research. And when it comes to research, there's actually a funny dilemma. Let me explain you this. So let me show you my Hall of Heroes. We have almost 1 million deaths, and most of them like plus 900k is T5 and only 4k sieges. So we mainly killed our main troop types, infantry, cavalry, and archers. The problem is Trial of KvK, because this is not your regular KvK ceremony, right? This is harder than the regular KvK, and it gives you a lot of season coins and crystals. But it gets really hard as the KvK progresses, and the problem is, as KvK progresses, you lose troops, because that's the point of the KvK. You want to fight, you want to reinforce the rallies, you want to reinforce the passes, fortress, whatever. And your troops are going to die. I lost like 15 million power. So you see it, right? You're losing troops, so you're losing power, you're getting weaker, but KvK is getting harder. So it's getting 2 times harder as the KvK progresses. I think Lilith should fix this problem. I don't know how they're going to deal with it. But right now, if you're killing lots of troops, KvK is a problem. I will try to do it after the video to see how far I can progress. But I assume that I won't be able to progress much further. And these 50% purchases, I forgot to mention about these. I think they're definitely worth it. I'm just going to get both. I'll take these. So we have 760 left. If we purchase this one, 180, I think it will leave us with 480.
Come on. Do math.
And 480 won't be enough to purchase a city skin, but next KvK we will be able to purchase it, and hopefully there will be an infantry city skin. By the way, as you can see, I'm not also touching my conquest coins. I'm not going to purchase anything because maybe they released the infantry city skin that is purchasable with conquest coins. So I'm just saving my conquest coins too. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we had around 10k gems before the KvK. So during the whole KvK, we gathered around 45k gems, which is really good. That means if there is a more than gems event, I can play it both days, top 25k, so I can fully get the value. And also I want to mention about the crystal technology. What we did was, I was actually going for improved morale, for extra damage, call to arms for troop capacity, improved morale, but we actually managed to win sooner than I expected. So we started invading their zones, and I decided not to participate in zone invasion because I don't have a lot of resources. And that's why, instead of just going for improved morale and call to arms, I went for special medicines, because my hospital, like, it's just super expensive and there are just so many troops in my hospital, and I wanted to use least amount of resources to heal that hospital. So I'm gonna heal the hospital. Thanks to that, I have minus 18%, and thanks to this one, I have another 15%. If we were still keep fighting in the Kingsland, or actual fights that matters, I would definitely go for improved morale and call to arms. Sometimes you have to improvise, but the fight was already over and we were invading their zone, so I decided to just go for special medicines, and this way I'm using the least amount of resources to heal my troops. Shout out to everyone who participated in this monstrous KvK. Kingdom 71, Kingdom 24, everybody, and obviously Kingdom 93, which is our kingdom. Another great KvK. It was super fun. I wasn't able to participate much. I mean, not enough. I'm not happy with my performance because for 2 weeks I was in vacation, and around like 7 to 10 days I had COVID, and it was actually quite bad. So I wasn't happy with my performance, but in the end, we managed to win. Shout out to everybody. And also, I want to show you this. One of the main reasons why we won is our captains were actually super strong. Look at this one. Minus 24 to minus 28. If it's not good enough, I actually have a bunch of reports. I don't know where they go. Minus 18 million to 28 million. These are the differences that can decide if you're going to win a KvK or not. So an extra shout out to our garrison leaders, our rally leaders. This was it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to learn about step by step how should you upgrade your Season of Conquest technology tree, you can watch this video. I see you on that one. Bye.